This has almost...
Okay, it is a kind of a funny video, I guess. America's Secret Underground Cheese Bunker. Okay. The fat electrician. What does this have with electricity though? This isn't foods?
almost nothing to do with the U.S. military, but it's so ridiculous I can't not talk about it.
Look at that, so cute. That farted, lol.
Cheese reserve. Yeah, if you didn't know, the United States currently has over 500 underground cave warehouses.
Please give me a bit, bro.
35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri.
Please give me a bit of
America,
cheese.
As of August 2022,
please.
Currently hoards 1.5 billion
Let's
pounds
go.
of cheese.
But doesn't it go
I realize
like
I'm uploading this video very close to
rotten?
April Fool's Day. This is not an April Fool's joke. I am 100% serious. El Dorado is real, and Uncle Sam made it out of cheese.
Wait, what? No way.
And I know what you're thinking. Right now, you're like,
Well,
that's a
cheese
cool
is
little factoid. I
yellow
can't wait to
too,
share that with my buddy
unless
at the
you're
bar
calling
one day.
out
But no,
other
this is
type
gonna
of
infect
cheese,
your
but okay.
thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens ever again. I mean, for
Okay.
example, let's just say you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that, okay? You're never going to be able to watch Mad Max again without thinking about
What
cheese.
is that?
Come to the terrifying
Bro,
realization
I
that
need
you
to get
live
more
in a
culture.
world where
Oh
there
my
is a
god.
greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World War III.
No
and we're
way.
gonna have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave of nacho cheese. And this
No
is real
way,
life.
bro.
So I asked myself one question.
You know,
How on
that
earth did
shit's
America
called
get to this point?
world
Because I know it
hunger,
didn't
right?
happen overnight. And what I
Bro,
found
that's
was the
done.
craziest
It's done.
real-world
It's
example of the
done.
butterfly
Give
effect
cheese to
that I have
everyone.
ever seen. And believe it or not,
I don't know,
actually
I'm
ties
still
back
don't
into
know
last
much.
week's video of the ice cream ships of World War II. If you missed
Wait,
that,
they
the
had
super abbreviated
ice
version,
cream?
basically the U.S. government banned alcohol during Prohibition in the 1920s. Because of that, all the bars in America turned themselves into ice cream parlors to stay in business.
I love ice
stepped up to
cream.
fill
Ice
the
cream
social void
slayer.
left by alcohol. If so facto, there was like 2 generations of Americans that treated ice cream like it was alcohol, socially speaking. As I'm sure you can imagine, this would
I
drive
love
up
ice
dairy
cream.
consumption.
Better
Combine that with
than
the
alcohol.
fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers, meaning that this would be the birth of the entire dairy industry. And honestly, it worked out great. Right up until it didn't in 1949. 1949,
What
4
happened?
years after World War II, the American military is downsized. There's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and America's not exporting anywhere near as much
eats
food to
10
other
calories a
countries
day?
for war
10,000
relief,
calories
meant
a
that there was
day.
decrease in dairy consumption or a dip in the dairy market.
I
As
like
this
what,
became a bigger and bigger
500,
problem, the government had to
1,000?
step in
I don't
because they
know.
weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in and said, hey, you know what, we're gonna buy all the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment. You're a dairy farmer. You make all of your money by selling milk. And then suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk.
Jesus
AKA,
Christ.
you made less money. Now the
Bro,
government
I don't
has come
drink
out of
milk.
left
I
field and
use
said,
it
hey,
in
we're gonna
my
buy
cereal,
all
though.
of
I
the
love
milk.
cereal.
What do you do?
But
You
you
make
can use
fucking
more
milk.
stuff. You could
And that's
make
exactly
yogurt
what
and stuff,
happened.
I
So
guess.
just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely gonna be too much milk. So naturally, all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese. That way it doesn't expire. That part makes sense.
What,
but now
really?
what do you
Cheese
do with
doesn't
all the cheese?
expire?
They have no clue, so they just throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But it doesn't go
Bro,
away.
every
because
time I
every single
buy
presidential
cheese, there's like a
administration in the 50s,
validation
the 60s,
date.
the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk to prop up the dairy industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable, I don't want to be that guy either. Then, fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan,
what
aka
is that?
the
That's
small
so
government guy,
big.
gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500 million pounds of cheese and spending $1 million
No
a day
way,
to
bro. What
refrigerate
is
and store it. And he looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes
Nah,
about
bro, you
figuring out
could.
the cheapest way
That looks
to
so
solve
good,
this cheese
bro.
problem.
Nah, you're
Obviously,
giving me
we're
hungry.
gonna throw it all in the ocean. However,
No.
having at least the foresight to understand that that would cause political backlash, he wanted to see how the public would receive it. So someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference with a 5-pound block of moldy cheese and is like, hey, we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean? It'll be fun.
No.
We'll save money on cheese.
Oh, bro, just donate to people in need. Why don't you do that? It's food. People need food. People need it. Jesus, why is it so hard to you? My God, only picture of a whale eating cheese on the internet. Is this true?
We're going to find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant. It's going to be a great science experiment. The public
Nah, bro.
did not go for it. They kind of felt like, hey, I've paid taxes for the last 40 years. You've turned those taxes into cheese. I would at least like the cheese. So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks, packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes. And this is where we get the saying government cheese from.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
The U.S. government would then
it's
give out
cheese, I
government
guess.
cheese
It's
until
good.
the 1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is the part where I wanted to end
So
the
they
video
can't donate
on a happy
anymore?
note of the government made a mistake, they fixed a mistake over 50 years, happy ending. Hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened?
Okay.
And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign, the biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean,
Never
every
knew about
cafeteria
this.
in every school in America had a bunch of posters of famous athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk."
Never heard about that.
I remember commercials
But
as a
okay.
child telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would literally fall off my body.
Well, Mr.
Jesus
Miller told me
Christ.
He never drinks milk. Look at him.
Oh my God, what is that? Jeez!
Like a free gift.
That will traumatize
From the
someone.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay, thank you, I guess.
No, that's not good.
Got milk.
Surely this
Bro,
is what
what
inspired
is
an entire
this?
generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy products, right? I mean, yeah, probably, but looking back on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular company putting on all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one company profiting from selling
Why
all
is
this
it
milk,
a
where was all the
foil
money coming
hat?
from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation, ad campaign, just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese. Well, I'm going to take this off now because that's legit exactly what happened. In 1995, the U.S. government created a non-profit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products. Literally a cabal of individuals plotting behind the scenes to get people to eat more cheese. It's the cheesiest conspiracy of all time. And I'm not even kidding. Anything that has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on it, this company is behind. Okay, they're the reason that Taco Bell started selling steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got
What
Milk
is that?
In 2002,
quesadillas. Okay, I understand.
Where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas, this is who was behind it. In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas. And that was their entire proposition for staying in business. Hey, our pizzas have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely
I like
insane.
that.
So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI.
No way.
And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read in my entire life. I'm gonna go ahead and read one for you now. It's a letter from Pizza Hut to DMI.
Pizza Hut. I went Monday there with my kid Petiti.
Dear Greta, we wanted to express our thanks once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session. Everyone is very excited about the presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas.
Sell more bees and more cheese.
We believe this is going to be a valuable partnership for both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! Exclamation point. Thank you again for coming to Dallas. We look forward to talking to you soon about our partnership opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps. Sincerely, Derek, Lord of the Cheese.
Cheese.
And Whispering, Lady
Nah,
of the
bro,
Cheese.
that's sly.
Even
That's
they
sly. I
know
like that.
This is a fucking joke. Why is this such a joke? Well, because Dairy Management Incorporated, while it is a non-profit, they don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do, because they're also a government checkoff program, which means
I don't know what that
every
means, but
farmer
okay.
in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top level executives all making right around $1 million per year. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince Americans that cheese is awesome. Okay, that's like trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and getting paid $1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is the one thing on earth that if you are allergic to it, we're not going to say you have a cheese allergy. No, you're lactose intolerant. We're not going to say you're allergic because we all know you're going to eat that shit anyways because the consequences are worth it. Am I upset right now?
I guess.
A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically selling ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it. It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet. And I'm so mad that it's not mine. Anyways, I guess if you made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion, the U.S. government banned alcohol in the 1920s. It set forth a ripple effect through time, and now some dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the U.S. has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking the more you know, I guess. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang. Out. I'm gonna go eat some fucking cheese.
Yeah, cheese is good though. Yeah, and ice cream. Ice cream is good too. I like it. But then you know that cheese never expires. I thought it expired though. I'm not joking.
Try Brilliant. It's an effective and fun.
I generally thought that it would expire. Yeah. As an European, I approve cheese. Even though, like, I don't think Portugal produces Portugal produces much cheese, yeah. Yeah, Portugal makes a lot of cheese, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much with this. I love cheese, now I'm hungry, but I'll handle this. I'll eat in some hours. I'll have cookie time, of course, but thank you. Let me just... Okay, I put a like. Thank you. Let's see. The next thing is...